All right, I'm in the mood for this. I've always wanted to go to Oktoberfest. Well, I think this year it's a bit late for me to get there, so maybe this will get me in the mood. But the article begins by telling us a little bit about it. It says, every fall, people around the world roll out barrels of German beer and put up huge tents for Oktoberfest. It's just a big party. So that's why you would roll out barrels of beer and put up the tents. Well, these tents are for all the people who want to come along and join in the fun. What is a barrel? Well, a barrel is basically a round wooden container that traditionally we would keep liquids in. Water could be in barrels, but more traditionally we put things like beer or wine or whiskey, things like that go in barrels. They're very convenient, they're quite a strong shape, and to get the stuff out of it, you have to put a hole in the side of the barrel. I guess you could take the top off, but often they have like a little tap. And they put the tap in the side of the barrel, and then you can pour the liquid out.
Doesn't sound hygienic if you drink it from the top.
Well, it's kind of traditional. I don't think most places
they don't care?
They have other ways of holding large amounts of liquid, but a barrel is one that's been used for hundreds of years.
Okay, so barrel 是什么呢？就是桶子啦。那刚刚 Mike 已经提到很好，它里面当然虽然可以装水，但是通常呢，我们会装像是酒精类的东西。For example, here it's beer, okay, a barrel of beer, okay. 所以通常呢 ，barrel 也可以当做量词来用哦，一桶什么什么。For example, they drank a whole barrel of beer, okay.
A whole barrel?
I know.
Well, that might have been 30 or 40 people.
Probably.
That's
for
okay.
party, okay. 所以每年秋天，世界各地的人都会怎么样推出一桶一桶的德国啤酒，然后架起大帐篷，为了庆祝这个 Oktoberfest, okay.
So we're rolling out the barrel, we're putting up huge tents for Oktoberfest. And as the article says, this festival, Oktoberfest, which celebrates German food, beer, and culture, takes place from mid-September to the first weekend in October.
It starts from mid-September.
That's right. It's called Oktoberfest, but that's kind of the end of it. If you want to catch the beginning, you have to show up a few weeks earlier in mid-September. So make sure you plan your trip accurately. But if you do, you will be with a lot of other people celebrating Oktoberfest. The verb to celebrate basically means to praise, to have a party, to have a really good time for some kind of special occasion or event or situation. You'd celebrate your birthday every year on the day that you're born. You would also celebrate with your friends and family if someone graduates from college or gets married or has a baby, or even just for holidays like Chinese New Year or the Moon Festival. We get together with friends and family to celebrate, to have a big party because something special happened.
Right, celebrate 通常我们是庆祝，比方像是 celebrate your birthday，生日啦，或者是一个特别的节日 ，like Christmas or Chinese New Year, or probably if you win a race or a competition, you could celebrate for that, right?
Coming first in your class.
Yay! Okay, so for example, I could put in a sentence like this: we are celebrating my birthday by going out to dinner.
That's a good way to celebrate a birthday.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we also saw the word culture.
That's right. Oktoberfest is about celebrating German culture. And when we talk about cultures, this noun basically means about the traditions, the history, the beliefs, and the rituals or the different special events in different parts of the world with different parts of people. We often use country names. German culture, French culture. For Chinese culture, we have different types of festivals like Chinese New Year, tomb sweeping, the Moon Festival. There's different parts of different kinds of food that we find in Chinese culture. Beijing duck, dim sum. These are famous foods from Chinese culture as opposed to something like sushi from Japanese culture or hamburgers and hot dogs from American culture. Language is part of culture. Religion is part of culture. The way people dress traditionally is part of culture. So these are the interesting things that make different groups of people from around the world different from each other. And as we travel and meet people, we learn more about different cultures.
So true. 文化 culture is so important. 特别是我们要学一个语言 ，OK， 我们就要认识它的文化，它可能会包含 traditions 或者是 histories or even food. I would love to learn about the food part. Getting hungry here.
We're going to learn about that soon. Hold on.
Okay, we also saw the phrase to take place. Okay, 英文要表示某个事情发生，我们可以用 take place or even hold or happen or occur. 但是到底这些有什么差别呢？其实像课文当中的 take place 或者是 hold 比较用在像是如果你事先安排好的发生的事情，所以呢，通常中我们会翻译为举行。所以要注意它的用法。那比方我刚刚提到安排好的事情，像是 wedding，OK， 婚礼这种东西可是要安排好的。For example, the wedding is set to take place this July。那刚刚又提到了，那 happen occur。又是什么呢？它是什么种的发生？它通常是用在没有经过安排或是偶然发生的事情。OK， 不过其实它的用法呢，其实跟 take place 是差不多的。OK， 那我们来造个句子，大家会更清楚所谓的发生是像什么样的发生。比方像是 mistakes or accidents what happen， 大家有没有觉得有时候无心之过啦，或者是一个意外啦，他们可能都会发生，难免都会发生，所以这个当然就是没有经过安排或是偶然发生的。OK， 所以刚刚的课文提到，就是这个庆典庆祝的就是德国美食啦，还有啤酒以及它的文化。那是什么时候 take place 呢？大家有没有注意？就是9月中到10月的第一个 weekend， 第一个周末。Plan your trips.
There you go. So where would you go to get the best Oktoberfest experience? Well, the article tells us one city in particular is famous for doing Oktoberfest better than anywhere else in the world. Munich. That's the name of this city in Germany. Munich. That's the English name. München is what Germans call it. It's in the southern part of Germany in an area called Bavaria. It's a famous area.
Okay.
BMW's from there. Mercedes-Benz is from down there. And Munich is the main city. That's where most people will go for Oktoberfest. But I guess you can find smaller festivals in other cities.
True.
But Munich is the heart of all of it.
So maybe you can avoid the crowd,
You might avoid the crowds if you go to other places too.
That's true. Okay, in particular 就是尤其特别的。Okay, so for example, if you want to emphasize like the whole family, but my brother in particular or especially loves to dance. Or speaking, 我们有时候会用 in particular 表示 special. Like, what are you doing? Nothing in particular. Nothing special. OK, 那所以呢，其中有个城市特别以10月就 Oktoberfest 出名，而且办得比任何地方都还要盛大哦。所以大家可以不妨去那边，就是 Munich， 就是慕尼黑。See, the Chinese translation sounds a little different as well.
A little bit different, that's right. But of course, Oktoberfest is from Germany, and Germany's an old European country, so you would be right in thinking that the history of Oktoberfest is also quite old. Let's find out. It says it all started back in 1810, when I was a young man, when Prince Ludwig I of Bavaria, which is a region in Germany, married Princess Teresa. That's the original start or the birth of Oktoberfest. Goes back to 1810, so more than 200 years have people in this region, this area of Germany, Bavaria, that's how long they've been celebrating Oktoberfest. And yes, a region is an area of land or an area of a country that's a little bit different from other areas. Generally, for a big country like Germany, we might break it up into smaller areas because, you know, there might be some differences in the culture, differences in the geography, differences in what people do around these different areas or different regions. Many countries might have a farming region, and they might have a mountain region, or they might have a region with a lot of big cities, whereas other regions might not have them because there are differences even within one country or one city.
True. Region 当然就是 area， 就是地区区域。像是 if I talk about the plant grows in tropical regions，就是热带的区域。Or you could talk about the desert regions of the world.
The Gobi or the Sahara.
OK， 所以呢，哇，我们到底要追溯多久？所以要追溯到1810年的德国。OK， 当他们的王子 Ludwig，OK， 跟他们的公主 Teresa，OK， 结婚了。OK，so it was a celebration back then that they got married.
That's right. When a king or queen or prince or princess got married, it was a big party for everyone. And that's what happened back in 1810. It says the couple, that's King Ludwig and his wife Teresa, the couple invited the people of Munich to attend the wedding. It wasn't just a few hundred people, it was thousands of people. Everybody's invited to the wedding. It must have cost quite a lot of money. And well, he's a king. I guess it's okay.
Right.
What did they do?
They can afford.
They can afford it. They set up tents in fields near the gates of the city. The party looked like great fun and kept going for 5 days straight.
Talking about parties.
They must have had a headache on the 6th morning.
Drinking beer.
Oh boy, everyone's got to go back to work now. So it was a big long party because people were celebrating the marriage of the king. Well, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got married a few months ago, right? It was like a big party too.
Okay.
Thousands of people. I don't think it was 5 days long, but it was still a big party.
OK， 所以呢，当时呢，他们邀请了这个慕尼黑的这个居民参加婚礼，并且在这个城门口外的田地架起了什么呢 ？They set up tents，就是帐篷。那这个派对当然看起来很热闹。但是我觉得最厉害的是，他们还持续了5 days straight，就是连续不断5天这样的意思。When you say something days straight，这里就是不间断的、连续的这样的意思。
And
What a party.
It was quite a party. I still have a headache. It says the citizens had such a great time that they decided to make Oktoberfest a yearly party. So they all woke up after the party and they went, that was great. We should do it next year. And they've been doing it for 200 years. All right, so the citizens of Munich had such a great time, they decided to have Oktoberfest every year. And I'm glad they did. What is a citizen? This noun basically means a person from a certain country, or in this case, a certain city. Now, generally, citizens of a country will have a passport from that country. They might have been born there, or they might have moved there and lived there for a long time. And if you're a citizen, for example, if you're a citizen of Taiwan and you're over a certain age, you can vote in elections, you should pay your taxes, and you travel with a passport that allows you to go to different countries. Now, sometimes you can be a citizen of one country, but live in another country. For example, I'm still a citizen of Canada, but I live here. And if you're a citizen of a city, that really just means you live in that city. Maybe you were born somewhere else, but your home now is in that certain city. For example, Maria lives in Denmark, but she is a citizen of Portugal, so her passport says Portugal on the front. And in today's world, where lots of people move around, you can actually be a citizen of 2 countries at once, or maybe more.
That's me you're talking about.
That's right.
Citizen 就是公民嘛，对不对？那其实大家可能知道我在台湾现在居住 ，so I am Taiwanese. But guess what? I am also an Australian citizen. I have Australian citizenship.
So if you lose one passport, you always have an extra one.
That's true.
Don't lose your passport, even if you have many of them.
Okay, and we also saw the word yearly
Yes.
because they decided to celebrate it yearly. OK， 他们玩的实在太开心，他们决定怎么样，要把 Oktoberfest 变成每年一次，每年的就是 yearly 的一个派对。
And that's similar to annually. We
That's
often see that
right.
word. They celebrate it annually or yearly, meaning every year. And the tradition also is, it says they even held it in the same spot. Wow, so they haven't really moved it much and they've been doing it every year. They even held it in the same spot, in the same place, naming the field Theresienwiese, or Teresa's Meadow in English.
Oh,
so if you get lost,
that's so much better.
I guess you just walk around and say, excuse me, where's Theresienwiese? And people will know the way and they'll point you in the direction.
OK， 所以他们甚至还在同一个地点，就是举办在同一个地方。然后呢，他们的田地其实就是因为那个德文我觉得很难念，但是它就是 Teresa's Meadow， 就是它的草坪。那这里我们是不是又看到 hold 来当做举办的意思呢？
Now, with a festival that's been going on for 200 years, you might expect them to maybe take a few years off. And while the article says, apart from taking a few years off for various wars, World War I and II, for example, Oktoberfest has been held in Munich ever since. So, history sometimes gets in the way of the party, but they've really been having it as often as they can every year for more than 200 years.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Okay, so let's take a look at this phrase aside from or apart from， 就是指除了什么之外 ，OK， 还有怎么样的意思哦？其实呢，apart 或者 aside from， 它同时兼具了 besides 跟 except for 的意思。所以呢，我们要怎么样从上下文来判断到底它真正的意思是在指什么？那我们如果看回今天的课文呢，它的 apart from 的意思比较贴近 except for，OK， 表示除了有几年因为发生这个战争以外呢，其余每年都在这个 Munich 来举办 Oktoberfest.
And we also have this adjective various. Various really just means many different or many different kinds. We go to restaurants and we read the menu because they'll tell us about the various foods that the restaurant will make for us. Or if you go to a store, you don't want to go to a store that sells only one thing. That wouldn't be useful. So most stores will sell various things, lots of different kinds of things. For example, this store sells various kinds of kitchen equipment. Everything from a spoon to one of those machines to make coffee, all sorts of stuff.
Great, OK. 所以每次在买东西呢，我们当然就会看到商店，就是说我们有各式各样的款式或是颜色。various 这个形容词就是各式各样的。For example, the car is available in various colors. Of course, OK. Ever since 就是从此。所以刚刚回到课文是说，除了有几年因为各种战争的因素之外，这个十月节就是 Oktoberfest， 从此呢每年都在这个慕尼黑举办。Well, that comes to the end of today's article.
Oh, I was having fun.
Don't worry, we have day 2.
Yay! And before that, we have a chat question.